Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is safe at home. I now introduce our speaker for the webinar, Mr. Hiral Soni. He will go through our IMTech profile with you. Hiral Soni, please take ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Myself, Hiral Soni from IMTech Business Solutions Private Limited, and we are 5-star Tally partners into customizations and sales. So we basically advise customers for best solutions industry-wide. We have different sectors in which we have customized various things and gave solutions to customers so that they are satisfied with their working and how and the way they can easily work with the existing stuff. So I will just run through our basic profile of AIMTech. So these are our useful customizations: CA admin for chartered accountants, then Builder Pro for construction industries, we have also done integrations, sales integrations, society module for society billing, and share module for short-term gain and loss reporting. Even we have done for education institutions, colleges and schools. These are our esteemed clients, the client lists. Yeah, so for today's session, I will call upon Mr. CA Puneet Mehta. He's the director of IMTech Business Solutions, and he will continue with the sessions for a while, and then I'll join you for the implement how the things are working, and I will show you the practical scenario how we have customized. Yeah, sir. Puneet,
good morning, everybody. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Hiral bhai. Thank you, Palak, for organizing such a wonderful program. And this is a house full. Fantastic. Firstly, thank you every one of you for helping us to share knowledge with you guys to see how we can become productive with Tally ERP9. There are a lot of things that we all will learn today. So let us go into the deep dive into it. Just to give a brief profile, I am chartered accountant and I've been associated with AIMTech Business Solutions for long. And the solutions that has been designed are mostly related to statutory compliance is what chartered accountants require, what companies require, and all those things. So now today we will go through the presentation regarding how you can become productive with Tally ERP9 and with customization. So let me take you through the presentation. Hiral bhai, if you can start the presentation, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So productivity definition. What do we call productivity definition as? Well, what do we call productivity definition as? Okay. So when we look at the dictionary, it is a measure of your efficiency, a measure of your efficiency of person, machine, software, whatever it is, in converting our useful inputs into useful outputs. Okay, so the basic definition of productivity relates to our efficiency, how we can make ourselves more efficient, whether it is with individuals, whether it is with persons, machines, or software, whatever it is, how we can make ourselves more useful. That is what the productivity is all about. So if you see productivity, uh, next slide. So if you see productivity, the three important outputs are required. Okay, what are the three important parts of the definition? One is reducing efforts, how we can reduce our efforts, how we can ensure that the work that we are doing is giving, or in the minimal efforts we are able to work with that. Okay, so first part of productivity is reducing effort. So might as well we will we will see how in Tally customization we can help you better. Second is organizing the system. Okay, in what way we can organize the system in Tally so that our productivity is enhanced tremendously. And the third and the final is increasing of output. With the usage of Tally customization, how our output can increase. Friends, at the end of this session, it is not only about Tally customization, we would be discussing about some interesting features which are available in Tally ERP9, which is without customization. So at the end of the session, we are definitely going to discuss some of the interesting features available in Tally ERP9. Okay, when we say while reducing our efforts, so our while we are working in any accounting softwares, there are two kinds of efforts that we put. One is the data entry work, and second is the repetitive work. So how we can reduce the data entry work? By simply and ensuring that we are putting a bot. Okay, now you all must have heard that bots are something which is helpful for the users to automate certain menial tasks, certain repetitive tasks. So bots are those. And friends, let me share with you that in Tally as well, we can put in small amount of bots. Okay, so what are these? Installing the basic robotic process. So today we are going to see about banking entries, receipts and payment, how we can automate that. Okay, we will learn about that, how Tally with simple customization of time saver, we can import the entire bank statement. Some of you might be taking for working with a bank statement, maybe if it is a bank statement of about 400 transactions, we could be taking about 4 or 5 days. But instead of 4 or 5 days, can we take 3 hours? Instead of 3 hours, can we take 15 minutes or half an hour? Yes, friends, we can. We do have those options, and we are going to discuss those options definitely within the program. That how we can ensure that the minimal amount of time is worked with banking entries. So that is all about the MTech's time saver module that we are going to discuss how it can help you to reduce your workload. The second part is the once the time is entered, like once the transactions are entered for banking, many customers requested us about the purchase and sales integration. So that is also at the end of the session, we would show you the demo of that. Okay, so robotic processes can be installed for banking entries, for purchase and sales entries for the for posting our GST compliances. So that is also possible for and the third is the journal integration. So that also can be done. Towards the end of the session, we would discuss about the third part as well, that journal integration. Friends, when we say that within Tally, now this was something while creating the bot for efforts which we put it at the while data entry is being done. So for that, I suggested Tally ERP9 can be customized with time saver module. But while we are working within Tally, there are some productivity effort work that we can do. Those are like automating certain menial tasks. So that is also possible, that we can reduce our work in terms of automating certain menial tasks, which if there is a process, we can ensure that the process is entered, uh, is configured within Tally. So there could be a process where we need to generate hundreds of invoices at one go. I'll tell you a simple example where if there is a building society and there are hundreds of tenants, so in the masters, if they've been kept all the configuration has been met, that these many members have got these ledger accounts to be hit on a regular basis, so we can automate that task as well. Next here, automation of posting of sales entry and process oriented entries. That means if we define that, okay, that this is the process that we follow for ensuring that entire accounting compliance is being made. So what is the how we can ensure that the data entry time is reduced? Let me give you an example, friends, that suppose there is a vehicle dealer, and vehicle dealer has got, after each sale of a car, he has to enter 6 debit notes. Okay, now these 6 debit notes have got different ledger accounts to be hit, but all of them have got simple, say, similar inventory details to be fed in the narration. The party name has to be fed in the similar way. So the only difference is that which what would be the amount which would be hit. Okay, so this is one example of, while we post the sales transaction, we can create this different types of debit notes right at the posting of sales entry, and thereafter we can ensure that this entry, the moment sales entry is posted, based on that this is hit. Create one sales entry and post 6 debit notes entry. So friends, this is one simple example of process oriented customization. Okay, where we say that in case of a sale entry, this 6 entry should also automatically get posted. Further, productivity, as I said, it is not only input, it is organizing yourself also. Now we've got vouchers to be scanned or to be provided to the auditors, as well as many times that LR receipt has to be provided, and we also need to scan the customer's order or whatever that details agreement that customer might have it. So with that, we need to store those documents in proper places. Friends, we can use this productivity in organizing productivity tool in organizing ourselves, that is called paperless office, which is very much customized by AIMTech, in ensuring that the each voucher can have multiple supporting documents, maybe one, maybe five, and those can be attached with the voucher itself. The common misconception with a lot of our users have is that, does it take space? No, it doesn't take much of the space for Tally, because in Tally it is only the part which is saved. but at the same time, our hard disk should have small amount of space which would be available, which is now not very costly. So paperless office is something that we have it on a regular basis for all of our customers, that how they can implement or rather ensure that the vouchers supporting whatever they require can get it at the click of button. Further, to organize yourself, we can also have authorization levels, that is 2 levels of data entry or maybe 3 levels of data entry. The maker and the checker principles can be done. Many times there are certain user defined fields which we need to enter, maybe at the inventory level, maybe at the ledger master level, and at the transaction level. So those users are ensuring that brokers and everything, broker details, the commission percentage, those details can be fed in while we are entering the transaction itself. So that is nothing but ensuring that we are organizing our tally in the best of the possible manner. Further here, well. So when we say increasing of output, what are the output way in which we can see? So one is the basic MIS report. So what Tally can provide MIS reports that we can understand. So at the end of the session, we will see what default Tally can wonderfully provide in terms of MIS reports. The other option is AIM BAP reports. The entire session today is going to be on AIM BAP, how we can ensure that our GST audit and income tax scrutiny is completed at the very in a most simpler way. Friends, this is just a suggestion that this is how the audit can be done. Of course, the auditing and responsibility of the entire working is for the chartered accountants. We are not replacing chartered accountants, but what we are wanting to do is help chartered accountants extract the important information and report which is normally not available to from a tele user. So we will see what part of AIM BAP reports are useful for us. Further, we will at the end of the session, another outstanding collection module is also there, and at the same time, how by using AIM BAP reports, how our financial statement can be prepared in a most simpler way. So if time permits, definitely we will share those process as well. So preparation of financial statements from Tally, you all will learn that how we can prepare those statements in a most simpler way. Now, friends, let me ask you few questions before I move forward on this. Okay, how many of us? I hope everybody is able to hear me, because there is some participant who has said that he is not able to hear me. Can we just have some confirmation in the questions chat? In the questions, if you could just let me know whether my voice is audible or not. Please inform, friends. Yes, Priyas is saying audible. Nidhi is saying voice is audible. Kevin, Vaishali, Girish bhai is saying it is breaking in between slightly. So thank you for the confirmation. A lot of people have just informed, yes, it is audible. Anil Kumar is saying audible. Amar bhai, yes, thank you. Thank you for your inputs. I'll come back to the presentation once again. Okay. So how do we increase our output? That is what the option was. So before that, let me show you a brief customization that is developed. So next slide. Friends, if you see, one second. Yeah, friends, if you see, this is a very, very simple customization. In on the left hand side, you get the cash bank balance, outstanding details, cash flow details, what was inflow and outflow, top overdue bills, non-moving items, top 5 products. So this is a very simple customization where 21 parameters to which your books of accounts are related are shown in one screen. So with this, we can provide this output as well. I'll also share with you with this one simple report. One of my friend CA Vivek Shah created about a 15-pager report for his clients for during this COVID-19 crisis. He took the data for all the clients, and then whatever till whatever time they were complete till February or till 15th of March, whatever data he could have, and with one customization of one simple MIS report, he created a report of about 15 pages for all his clients. He asked his team member to create the report. So he bifurcated all these items. So this is an interactive customization that you go in the top overdue bills and you'll get list of all the overdue bills. Or you go in top cash flow, inflow, outflow, you'll get the details of what was the inflow, outflow. So basis this report, he has prepared a report for about for all his clients for 15 pages. So which I was also surprised. But this is how you can use your creativity while we are working in this COVID-19 situation. That what is the value addition that we can give to the client. Okay, so that is one thing. Moving forward, some of our examples of customization, you must have seen it in a profile for builders, for customers, agents. Okay, so these were our type of industry-wide customization that we had made. Now coming to this today's webinar for, okay, uh, last year the government came out that TCS has to be charged in case the sales is more than 50 lakhs. Do we have one single way in which we can find it out? Of course, by going to individual party sales account or by going to the extract account. Sorry. So by going to the extract account, we can get it. But is there one simple way in which we can get it? Normally, while accounting for scrutiny, while reporting for scrutiny, what the government officer asks is that can I have the expenses for which has been can I have a list of parties for which we have paid more than 2 lakhs? He is not interested in which nature of expenses was. He is more interested in knowing which party has been paid more than 2 lakhs. So how do I get it in one button? Friend, it is very difficult to get it. If you see that some of the expenses might be debited in professional fees or in rent, and the party might be the same. So how do I get it at one go for both the things, that this party has been paid whatever may be the profit and loss account expense that might have been debited, but this they have been paid with more expenses? So how do I get it? At the same time, how do I get payment date for GST purchases for which the payment is made after 180 days? Friends, I have deliberated with a lot of my chartered accountant friends, and to say you very frankly, none were able to get this particular aspect clear, that the 180 days payment, none in the year 17-18 audits, very few, or rather I would say nobody has provided in the reports that 180 days payment have whatever, if the payment is made by after 180 days, there is a reversal of GST. The reason was there are two main reasons. One was the data was not kept properly, and second thought, even if the data was not kept properly, the reports was not available. There was no way in which the auditors could check that in which month the reversal of GST has to be done. 180 days, when is 180 days getting completed, and in which month this has to be done. So when he is auditing after 1 year or 2 years, it is very difficult for him to calculate. Okay, so this was one thing that a lot of my chartered accountant friends came back to us and said, hey, Puneet, we need some help on this. Similarly, for organizing, many times we come across a request that we wanted to change the contact details or update the contact details of all the customers at one go, or for that matter, change the stock valuation of suppose 1,500 items. Can I do it in few minutes? Can I do it in few minutes? That is what the challenge is. Okay, so how do we do, friends? For all these, we have today's session on AIMBAP. Okay, this is nothing but consultant who are registered with AIMTech for business advisory process. So friends, the proof of pudding is in eating. Whether the food is good or not, let us taste by ourselves. And now I would request Hiral Bhai to go into live tally and show us this AIMBAP software, how this can be helpful. Yeah,
Yes,
Hiral
sir.
Bhai.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Please. Keep asking question, friends, in case you are having error, in case you are having some problems, or you want some clarifications. So I'll have a close look on the questions panel while Hiral Bhai is.
Yeah. So basically, AIMBAP customization. AIMBAP customization is a combination of three different features. Like one is you can make the finalization. You can do the finalization of your accounts very easily with this reportings. Then also you get many income tax scrutiny related and other income tax audit related reports from here, which will assist you in reporting as regards to the income tax purpose. And also the GST audit purpose, we have given few reports which are very outstanding and useful for each and every customer. So I'll go through one by one. One of the very superb feature I would say is the trial balance. Now this trial balance is basically a grouped one. I mean, a columnar trial balance, wherein you can have the current assets and the parent or the group of the assets, the group of the ledgers in one column, then the subgroup is in the other column, and the another subgroup is in the another column. So that whenever you want to finalize or you want to make the balance sheets and P&L from this report, you can have it. I will show you quickly. Suppose if I'm exporting this trial balance, say I'm exporting this trial balance and I'm getting this kind of output in Excel. Okay. So using this Excel output, I can easily finalize I can easily link my balance sheets and P&L from this trial balance. I will show you in few minutes. I have made this final accounts report, wherein I have copy and pasted from here to here. I have copy pasted the transactions as it is. The dump I have copy pasted here. Okay. And what I just did is I just allocated the P&L note and balance sheet note items. So like for example, advertisement. Now this auditor's remuneration should go in the expenses. So what I did is I went here, I just tagged here auditor's remuneration. Then with the help of few formulas, you can easily say auditor's remuneration is 79,000, and if I'm changing this to, if I want to change it to the communications, Suppose I am copy pasting this communication to auditor's remuneration. Automatically it will get linked. Auditor's remuneration will get 0, and in communication the amount will get replicated. So with the help of this, see, again I'm changing to auditor's remuneration, and again it will get populated in the auditor's remuneration. And the same way, all the links are, you can give it till the balance sheet and P&L, and you can see the difference is 0. The balance sheet is tallying right now. So this trial balance dump will help you in finalizing easily, and with the help of few Excel formulas, you can easily finalize and quickly update your balance sheets and P&L. Okay. So I'll come to the next feature.
Hiral bhai, just before we come to the
Yes,
next
sir.
feature, let me have
Yeah.
a small this thing. Is it understood? Is this feature understood? So what we are essentially providing is the trial balance in one go. If you see, Hiral bhai, can we go to the default trial balance?
Yeah.
If you see that in the normal trial balance, we have a problem of subtotals being available, or rather group totals being available at the end, after each group name. Okay, after each group name, in the same line, the ledger names are there. Okay, so it is, while we are communicating, while we are preparing the balance sheet, it is difficult for us to then link it. Okay, so instead of linking it at that level, and very difficult, and if we take only ledger wise balances, then we don't know the group name, we don't have the group name, and in the case of debtors creditors, it can become a big difficulty. Now compared to this, come back to our customized trial balance. See, we get group name, ledger name, parent group name in one go. Friends, we are also working where we can provide the group name, or rather the entire trial balance. Suppose if there are 3 or 4 companies loaded at one go of the entire this thing, so that also we are working on it. But as of now, it is for one company only. Okay, so we, at the later point of time, we will provide for the entire group as well. Okay, so that is one thing. Now before we move, is it understood? Is this feature helpful? If I can just have small confirmation, yes Puneet, this is helpful, or this is not helpful at all. We are doing it in a very simpler way. No problems with that, so I'm okay with that also. But please inform on the this thing, where on the chat, that yes, is this helpful or this is not helpful. While creating,
Yes, I think Namita has a question. While creating any ledger like XYZ under sundry debtors, will parent of the parent will come automatically come under trade receivables? Yes, it will automatically come. I will show you in this, like trial balance. You can see here. One second. See, the first
the
line
thing I said,
I
yes,
have
good. Yeah.
I
Please
have
go ahead.
already
Sorry.
I've already created a ledger ABC debtor under Western region debtors, and that particular group is grouped under sundry debtors, and sundry debtor is grouped under current assets. So you get a chain of 4 to 5 groups in the chain. So all the sundry debtor grouping, you can sort from parent of parent this column. So accordingly, you can have the sundry debtors one by one below each other. Similarly, this sundry debtor is outside. I mean, this consumer A I have created in the sundry debtor group, not in the subgroup under sundry debtor. So accordingly, you can have all these groupings simultaneously.
Prayas is saying how we can make this. Prayas, this is part of our customization that we are going to say MBAP trial balance. Okay. So that we are going to discuss at the end of it how you can get it yourself as well.
Yeah, Mansi is for a group trial balance. We are working on it, and we can definitely give this feature for group trial balance also. We can customize for that also. Yeah, should we move ahead?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So next feature is yeah. So next feature is
Hiral bhai,
revenue group. Yes, sir.
yeah, I have some challenges in my monitor. I'll just change. I'll leave the webinar and join back in 2 minutes. So
Okay.
till the time, please continue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So the next feature is revenue group extracts, wherein revenue you can easily find. Say if you select any particular income or expense grouping, say I'm selecting direct income group. So this direct income group, what will happen is I can easily get the this addresses and the debits and credit totals which are required to be submitted to the income tax officer or assessing officer if there is an income tax scrutiny, like what was the total amount of the sales or the income generated particular party wise, and so that I can get this with the GST and along with the PAN number. And also if I want like to have a particular report of say unregistered dealers or say consumers, only consumers, I want like what all sales I have made to the particular consumers. So if I'm selecting consumer, I can have a totaling of the consumers only for the selected period. And say if I'm selecting regular dealers, so all the regular dealers will come here in this report. So you don't have to reselect, you don't have to go to the GST report and extract reports for them for this purpose. Then we also have the party balance report. Party balance report, like say if I'm selecting sundry debtors, so I can have the closing balances of these parties along with the addresses, GST TIN numbers, and here I can filter the amount. Like say if I want the sales more than 20,000, so I have these three amounts more than 20,000 or say more than 5 lakhs. So accordingly we can filter out the amounts. Okay, so and the next feature is the voucher extract party wise. So in this voucher extract party wise, I can have a single the sales. Say if I'm selecting a particular voucher type of sales, so I can have the totals of ABC Company Private Limited. I have transacted total of 1,67,806 with this party, and also Consumer A total is this much. So I can have an extract a total of particular invoices. If I drill down further, I can go to the invoice level also. So this was my invoice. So this is the party totals of all the sales voucher, and accordingly you can also select the purchase vouchers. So how much expenses was done and what all we have paid to the clients. You can see here. I mean, what all purchases you have made through which client, party wise totals. Then also we have a sales receipt report. wherein you can have a reporting like this particular Karnataka debtor. From Karnataka debtor, I had received 3,45,000 in through cash, through bank, I mean through check format, and say through from ABC debtor or Maharashtra debtor, I received partly in 85,000 in cash and 1 lakh rupees in the check format. So accordingly, I can easily find out what all things are required here. I can easily get the reportings from here. Now this report is helpful in the 44 AD, wherein if particular cash transactions is a percentage of a particular turnover, or say it will help you in the 44 AD section of income tax. Then we have the GST reports. GST reporting is like if I'm say I will go to this party wise voucher register first. Party wise voucher register, this will help you. Say I have selected the sales voucher here currently. So for the sales voucher, these are the debtors, Karnataka debtor or Maharashtra debtor, and accordingly. Okay, Abdul sir, if the TDS is deducted by debtors, then it will be reflected in this report, which I'm showing you right now, columnar report. I will show you for the purchase vouchers. Like, see, the purchase voucher, if I'm changing to purchase voucher, and you can see here, Maharashtra creditor, 1,53,000 is the total. Training charges is 1 lakh, CGST, SGST. So whatever transactions, whatever different transactions have been transacted in throughout the year with the Maharashtra creditor, it will, all the totals will get reflected here. So this 10,000 is basically on the training charges. So training charges is 1 lakh, and TDS and professional fees is 10,000. So the TDS component will, you can see here. And similarly, if the entry is done in the sales voucher, so you can also see the TDS in the sales voucher if you change the voucher type. So you can see right now in the rent charges, the TDS is 5,000, that is 10%. So you can see here, and accordingly you get the total, I mean the the extract of that particular voucher type. You can have the extract of the particular voucher type here, totals. So this is helpful for even say TDS has been deducted or not. If you want to analyze that which party has if the party has deducted TDS or not, that you can analyze here. But the main problem here is that you need to enter the data in the correct voucher type. Like, say if you are entering in the purchase voucher, if you are deducting the TDS in the purchase voucher type only, then only you can see here. Otherwise, if you are entering a JV transaction for different, say if you are entering a purchase transaction and entering the JV through the entering the TDS entry through JV format, so that will not get linked here because they are in the two separate voucher types. So you have to enter in that particular purchase entry only, or else you will have to extract two different voucher types and you will have to see it accordingly. So for the sales voucher type, this is the reporting columnar. Then I can take you through this purchase GSTR2. Now GSTR2 reporting. Normal GSTR2, the default GSTR2 is very limited, and you need to have a different you need to export different reports for different purpose. So in this, basically, we have given a very detailed reporting, like 73 columns reporting is there in this particular report, which is a very fantastic feature. It has GSTR date, GST availed or not, invoice date, invoice number, supplier's name. All those basic details are there, including the item description, ledger, the item group, and the ledger description, ledger group, and the GSTR 9C head. So how many of you are having a problem like you are not able to reconcile the GST books with the GSTR returns with the tally books of accounts? How many of them are facing challenges like they are not able to reconcile the tally books with the GST returns? So you can easily find a way, you can easily find a solution in here where we have given a GSTR date to mention. For example, if I am entering this, this transaction, say this purchase transaction was entered in my books on 1st April. So this entry has been entered on the 1st April, and say the purchase invoice was dated 31st March. Say I'm entering here 31st March. This is this was backdated entry, but party has transacted in the GSTR1. This Maharashtra creditor has put these details in the GSTR1 on in the March return, but we have considered we received this invoice uh, in the month of April. So what we can do is the party has given credit us in the month of March, so we can put here 1st March 19, and whether the GST is availed or not, we can put here yes, and accordingly it will give us in the reporting. In this GST report, we can have the date on which the GST return, I mean when the ITC has been passed on to us. So accordingly, we can take in that particular month's return. So this is the credit was being passed in March, but I have transacted in the 1st April. That way. And also you have also we have given the GSTR 9C head, like particular stationery expenses. This was my printing and stationery expense. So this printing and stationery expense should be shown in the table 14 of GSTR 9C in under the head stationery expenses. We as per the table 14, I need to reallocate or say bifurcate my purchases in these particular heads. So we have given these heads to be selected. So accordingly, you can once you have selected this particular head, say stationery expenses, so you can have you can easily have this report. You don't have to create another report for this. So whenever the printing and stationery expenses is being selected, you will you can see the stationery expenses will come here. Accordingly, see freight and carriage is there. So GST or 9C head also you can get here. This and this particular report is having so many data that HSN SAC code is there, item quantity is there, item rate is there, discount columns is there, even CGST percentage and amount is there, input service, input goods, then whether the service or the item is nil rated, exempt or non GST, and along with the addresses, along with the state code, state supplier state. And also we have here B2B, the business type. B2B, is there a B2B or a B2C invoice? So you can easily bifurcate, you can easily export this and run a pivot, and you can extract so many reports from this particular GSTR2 report. So one single report will be helpful for driving many other reports. And lastly, we have given a fantastic this columns of the payment date. So as Puneet sir told you that many of them must not be able to find out like that what is the period that 180 days has been passed from the invoice, the purchase or not. Say the purchase has been transacted, but I have not paid to that party within 180 days. So do I need to reverse the ITC or not? So how do you find that? You will have to go to one by one ledgers, and you will have to select one by one particular masters transaction wise. You need to export it, and you will have to run the Excel format. You will have to put the formulas, and you'll have to find out. But here we have given the payment date itself, like when the payment has been made and when the reconciliation was done in the books of accounts. So you can take the basis of this, and you can find out that whether the 180 days criteria is being fulfilled or not. And if it is fulfilling, you can reverse the ITC of this particular purchase invoices.
And
Yeah, there are.
you please keep asking questions if there are any. And let's move to the next presentation. There was a small poll which was there, so keep answering on that poll as well. It will help us to make ourselves do better as we move along. So, as you see, the entire GSTR 1 and 2 reports are nothing but ensuring that the data is available in the pivot form. Okay, so users would be able to add lot of new reports based on this basic primary reports. They can prepare their own reports wherever they want. For helping us to do this, there are a lot of chartered accountants who help us to get this going. Say, Chaya Desai was one amongst them. Then for the GSTR 1 and 2, say Nitin Umbawat, as well as let me share with you that at the initial days, this entire report was developed by us for clear text portals. So the initial implementation of import of data from Tally was done by us. So that was that is how this reports have got developed over a period of time. Here we can move to the next.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. So we have also developed similarly, just like the GSTR2, we have developed sales GSTR1 format, which is exactly similar to what we have developed for GSTR2. It also has 67 columns, and it is very detailed reporting. Even here you can have the GSTR date, the GST return date, whether the GST has been availed or not, so that you can reconcile your the company books, I mean the tally books, with the statutory returns. Because till date, I think many of the chartered accountants are faltering and struggling with this particular thing, that it is not it's not possible through tally to reconcile the books of accounts with the statutory books. So this reporting can help them very much. Then one of the fantastic feature we have is the bank cash group summary. Say I'm selecting particular bank, what I have received from this in a particular HDFC bank. I have received say X amount from Karnataka debtors. Then I have paid to creditors so much amount, and I have again received so much amount from the debtors. So this voucher, you can have this reporting for bank also, and also for cash. Say for cash it is useful, like if I have paid to any particular party in cash for 20,000 or more. Say if I have paid to Gujarat Freighter of rupees 20,000 or more. The actual payments were 5,400 and 15,000, but in totality I have paid 20,000 and more. So this will be disallowed as an expense as per the income tax rules.
Here I would also like to know there have been a lot of chartered accountants who are dealing with really with the client. So for them, this report was really useful. See, Paras started had helped us getting this right, informing us that what are the nitty-gritties which is required in terms of uh, the general requirement that in a entire year, whether the payment is being made about 2 lakhs or not. So, in terms of cash, the receipts have been made in terms of 2 lakhs or not. So, this from one customer, this report helps us in getting those details.
Yeah. Then we have ledger vouchers. Ledger vouchers, if I'm going to a particular Maharashtra debtor, I can easily reconcile this particular ledger because the default ledger view is very different. It doesn't has so many. It is not so compact, and even the narration and check number is not available in the same line wise. But we can see here the check number and narration are also in the same line, and you can, if you want to print from this report, you will definitely save a lot of pages. Like if there are auditors who have come for audit and you want to print the ledger accounts, so you can give from this particular reporting format, so that you can save into your uh, lots of pages, and also you
Uh,
can reconcile.
More than that, saving of pages, yes, not many are now printing the entire ledgers. But what we also found that this report helps in giving the filtration to the narration column. See, if you export this entire report in Excel sheet, then the narration is coming as a column in the same line. The check number is coming as a column in the same line of transaction, and which is very helpful while you are doing analytics on a particular ledger, and the similar report is also available for group of ledgers. So if you want to export the entire sundry debtors group in a similar way, you should be able to do it. And this is a very helpful, as Neeraj rightly said, that when we print, we can save a lot of paper because the font size has been reduced, and at the same time we have tried to use the entire paper size paper for an A4 type of output. We have tried to use the entire paper, so this is helpful, as I said, for two things. One is you when you export it, you get a filtration of narration, filtration of check number at one go, in one line. That is helpful. At the same time, when you are printing it, providing it for scrutiny to the income tax officer or to your chartered accountant for audit, you will save on your paper. As I said, save on paper, save on earth.
And also you
Next,
can reconcile, with this, like you get the control totals. If I'm selecting a particular debit and particular credit, I can have a debit totals and credit totals on top, so that you don't have to alt R, and you don't have to hide that particular entry for the reconciliation purpose. Yeah. And we also have this T ledger format. This is also a very nice format we have given. In this, you can see the address details, state, country, pin code, GST number, all filled up properly, PAN number, mobile phone number, email ID. Because in this this is also very compact reporting, wherein the income side is coming on the left hand side, the particulars, debit amounts and credit amounts are coming on the right hand side, where the
the
HDFC and bank.
green report that we are normally used to see it in our good old days. And this again was suggested by one of our very good friends, C. Parastatir, for developing it. He's been pestering us for getting it done for his customers. So our team has been able to respond that, and a T-shaped ledger, like left hand side you get all the debits, and on the right hand side see you get all the credits. This is what was required for some of the chartered accountants who have been accustomed to use it. This is a normal line by line view and a T level view. So again, helping chartered accountants to do better scrutiny, better audits in their own way. That is what our motto has been. Next year.
Yeah. Then accordingly, you can print the ledger accounts from here. Bulk printing is available. And yeah, so the other feature is the export import, wherein so you would like to add any of the above reportings to them?
Yeah. So like this. One of the here I just used it in between. Have you gone to the sales receipt report?
Yeah, sales receipt report you can add further. I have told them for that it was useful for 44 AD section. So
Yeah.
you can just
Now,
beef up this.
friends, in the last year, what we get a particular regulation that a customer or a client who may have a turnover which is less than 5 crores, and he say, I do not want to do audit. But the government has said that you should not have received more than 5% in cash. How do you find that? So here is a particular way in which we could help, that we could bifurcate the entire receipts in getting it what was the amount which was received in cash and what was the amount which was received in bank. So this can be a decision making tool whether your client would like to go for an audit or not. So again, this is a tool in terms of getting the receipt right. Okay, this is developed from the receipts vouchers. Just a word of caution, in case we have debited the cash account directly in sales, this would not be reflected out here. We would have to go through the other mechanism for that. But those where we are receiving customers' money from the in terms of cash or bank, this is a very helpful report. So apart from tax audit requirement of what Hiroe explained, that is required for 44 AD, that is 8% and 6%. This is also required for deciding that whether we should go for audit or not. I hope this report helps you in designing your audits more better. Escape. Go to the next tab. Yeah. Friends, here again, I would also like to share in terms of this export and import. This is not only updating of masters. This is a tool which we want chartered accountants should use it for ensuring more professional fees. Okay. Oh, how do we get more professional fees by using this export and import? Friends, if you see the data of clients are many times in haphazard forms. So they have not updated their contact details, to get contact details, they have not updated their GST updates, or for that matter, the rate at which GST is applicable, or the group names and the ledger names are all in mess. With this tool of export and import, what we are essentially doing is that exporting all the masters, whether it is ledger accounts, whether it is group accounts, or whether it is your stock items in Excel sheet. You can update the Excel sheet, or you can ask your client to update the Excel sheet and then import or update the same in few minutes. This entire process can take, so if you see 83 plus about 20 columns, so 100 columns are there for ledger accounts. So there are about 100 columns where we have to update. There are some rules before we get into it. It is like ABC, the name does not have to change, and there are some peculiarities that we need to follow, but these are very small, and this has been a lot of customers have been using it as a separate module for long. Okay, so whatever the details you have stored in the masters, that can be updated. So this is a very useful tool, and rather than giving it to your clients, I would recommend that you install this tool at your end, ask the client to give their data, export it in Excel, ask them to update the Excel, and then re-import it. What you have to charge, what you not have to charge, that is the individual chartered accountant or tax consultant's decision. That will not come into it. But this is definitely a tool which can help you in this COVID-19 scenario where you do not know what are the things that you can be doing. So reorganizing of masters is what we want from this tool. If you are using this tool, you can reorganize your masters, whether it is ledger details, whether it is stock details. While going to the presentation, I asked a simple question that by mistake the client has provided a stock relation method as average for all the stock items. Now he wants to update for 1,500 items for maybe the FIFO method. How do you do it? One way is go in each of the stock item, change the default valuation method, and then save that master and go through. The other way, that would take huge amount of time. The other way is update update it through Excel, as we said, export all the masters in Excel, update it in Excel, and then re-import it in Tally. So that's a very simple tool which we have provided. Moving forward, Hiral.
Yeah. And also we have the master deletion, like say there are unused masters present over here. Say the groups are there. I'll show you that these are unused groups wherein there are no transactions. East region data and North region data. It has been created since a long time, but it has not been used since a while. No opening balance is there, and no transaction are being done through this particular group. So you can delete those unused masters so that you can reduce the data size of your tally data. It will get compacted with the unused deletions. Yeah. So this is all about the AIM BAP, and I will now go to the another module called time saver. The time saver is helpful for mass updation of the particular bank entries.
Uh, Friends, after this time saver module, we are going to discuss on the three important features which we all must know while we are navigating or while we are using Tally. So do wait and do analyze that how these default features can be of really helpful. So what we are doing is just configuring it for time saver.
So I have this Excel sheet format. This is a macro enabled Excel sheet. Now you can see here there are few transactions. What I have done is I have copy pasted the HDFC bank sheet from the site which I have downloaded, and I have copy pasted few transactions over here. Okay, and I will go to that particular date. I will delete these transactions. So as from 1st April 17 to 17th April 17, there are no transactions here. I've deleted them. Now what I'll do is uh, I will copy. I will press Control Shift K, and it will get transformed into this particular standard format. And in this standard format, all you have to do is you have to just select the tally ledgers where it should actually go. Now I'm randomly selecting for you where it should actually go. So say these last two of them are blank. I have not mapped into them, and all I will do is I will save this file. Will close this, and then I will come to bank statement import. And as you can see, the last two lines are in the red because I have not mapped those transactions to which ledger it should go. And the above five ledgers, above five transactions are in black, so they are being mapped up. Now the red ones will actually go in the suspense account because I have not mapped anything to them. So post vouchers, I will quickly select the voucher types, bank and suspense ledger, and you can see immediately the bank entries are being posted. We can see this live in Tally. We'll go to this particular date 1/4/17 to 17/4/17. See, these all entries are being posted within a fraction of seconds. So let it be if you are having 500 entries, 1000 entries, so you will be able to import provided you have, say, mapped those entries into a particular account, like on which account it should get reflected. So once the mapping is done, you can immediately import within a few minutes. It will get imported, and all the details are getting filled up here automatically. The bank was selected, party was selected, narration is being filled up properly, date is being catched up. Even the instrument number is over there. Instrument number is, you can see here, instrument date, even bank date is there, so that you don't have to reconcile again these transactions. So even the reconciliation will happen automatically. So we will save so much time. And the second option is, say if you don't want to go by this option, if you are finding this option a bit difficult, we also have come up with the second option, which is even more simpler. You just have to select the bank statement downloaded from the bank website. You can go to bank reconciliation, select the bank, select bank statement, and I will select the path of that bank, HDFC bank statement. And you can see here the transaction are being imported, but these will get imported into a temporary memory, cache memory. From there, I will have to select in which particular ledger account it should get posted into. So here we have given bulk posting option. So in this, say we have say if I'm selecting monthly interest credit, this is the bank interest transactions. So I'm selecting bank interest transactions, and I will select post vouchers, payment vouchers, receipt vouchers. Payment transactions, a payment voucher I have selected, receipt vouchers I have selected, and I have selected the bank interest ledger. And once I'm posting this, all the entries will get posted and it will disappear from this list. So you can easily select, you can bulk select, and you can post the particular transaction into the desired ledger you want to, and it will get disappeared from this particular list, and it will automatically get reconciled also. So you will save time for reconciliation, for posting entries, and for the repetitive task what you were doing long before.
So this is, if you see what we had shared right at the beginning of the webinar, was that one was creation of the entry through Excel and another was through process. So if you see in this particular example what you had suggested, we are implementing both of them. That a process by viewing it in Tally, you can post 5 entries together, and at the same time what we did for bank entries, that by selecting individual ledger against each of the transaction and posting all the 500 entries together. So I'm sure, friends, with the help of this tool, the work which you normally do for about 4 days or 5 days without any integration functionality might go to 4 hours and sometimes to 15 minutes or half an hour also. The only time that would be there, or you have to use your common sense of brain would be in selecting which ledger for which transaction. So it is not like it is only a QuickBooks which has got an automated mode. Tally does can provide you help with that. Yeah, anyway, can we move forward?
Yeah, so this was all about the time saver and bank entries module. So the next we will go to the 3 must-use features.
Okay. So, friends, before we end the sessions, there are three things that we wanted to share. Those who do not want to use customization, those who have not using default features of Tally. So, one is never known shortcut keys for navigation. Friends, a lot of time I've seen accountants working that if they use display account books ledger and go to a ledger voucher and then they select the period. Okay. And if they have to, after selecting the ledger, they select the entire period. Now, if they have to, at the same screen, if they have to go to the another ledger, what they do is that they go click on escape and then move forward. Okay, then select another ledger. Instead of that, what you can do, can you don't tell me here? Yeah. DAL, select any ledger. So if you see you have selected a period which is of 11 to 20 or whatever it is, so many times people do escape. Instead of escape, what we can do is click on F4, F4 and select another ledger. So if you select any other ledger, what will happen is that the date range would remain there. So date range would remain there and that would be helpful. Now, while working with this, what I've done is that the same ledger, the same name is there in another company. How do we get it? So here I will tell you one more trick that not many our users are aware. Click on button called F3. You know, if you could just load one more company, any other
One more
company.
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Two companies to be loaded. So friends, now I'm sharing with you regarding the.
Yeah,
So here, if you see from here, you can just click on F3 company and go to another company. Okay, where we may have the same name. So this is how you can do it. This is useful not only for selecting or viewing it, this is also useful for copying of masters. Here I will show us that how we can copy it from Excel to Tally. But here there is one particular super functionality which is available that if one ledger is there in ALDOB demo company and if I want to copy the same master in another company, how do I do it? Let's do it.
yeah, yeah. We can do this.
Info.
We will go to accounts info, ledger, alter. Say I'm going to Maharashtra debtor. Now Maharashtra debtor is not present in my other company, demo company. So I'll just select F3 from here. All the details, I'll select F3 and I'll select demo company. Now in the demo company, automatically all the details will say wait, I'll select another particular, say consumer, this consumer company, consumer A. I'll select F3, consumer A, and I'll select control A. So now consumer A will get created in the demo company also. You can see with the same, all the details, all the details have been shifted over here. So you don't have to create any particular company again and again. You can copy and paste from one tally company to another tally company in easy way. In this, you just have to make sure that the opening balances of that particular company is not getting imported in this particular company. So you just have to make sure the this one only thing, that the opening balances you will have to delete and then you'll have to save, because if you'll press Control A, even the opening balances of that company will get saved into this company.
So this was all about navigation using F4 and F3. Friends, there is one more one more simple uh, information which is available right at your gateway of Tally. Go to Tally 11 and
Yeah.
just select on suppose in a calculator pane you select cash, closing balance of ledger from 1 to 26, this amount.
So you
So
can see
you
here
can
the
just use it.
closing balance.
Leader, if you have some more usage, please share.
So group balance, group bank company. If I'm selecting the group bank OD company, there was no value was there, so it is not coming here. So closing. So if I'm selecting cash, the cash will get populated here accordingly.
HDFC Bank, suppose see ledger bank, HDFC Bank or whatever that ledger is.
So it's a closing balance of HDFC Bank is 3535599223. So you can easily find the if you'll name the same ledger, then you will get the closing balance of that particular ledger. So we can even share the list of these shortcuts with you if you're interested. We have few shortcuts listed.
Great friends. So, and our last shortcut which we wanted to share is about accessing Tally from anywhere. How do you access Tally from anywhere? Okay, so that is what we would like to share it with you. The Tally has now come up with a browser-based simple tool where we can update it. So it is simple, and we would like to share that as well. You know, if we just configure one simple ledger and show it through browser.
Okay.
First, you have to activate security. We will have to update first version. You know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
First update the version.
Yeah, updation. Yeah, right. So there is a setting of allow browser access over here. You just need to make sure it is on.
Then connect the company.
Then I will connect this company and I will go to this particular browser. I will go to tallysolutions.com. Now this browser can be anywhere. You can access this browser from anywhere, wherever there is an internet connectivity. I will log in.
Includes
Log in
your
with my credentials. Now, when I log in, it will ask me that which portal where I want to go. I will select this company. Now, see, it is showing me the demo company. It is connected. This demo company, which is on right now. This is giving me listing over here. I can select this company, and as you can see, I can see these many reports. Okay, so yeah, there is one thing I need to still configure: control user types of security. In this tally.net user, there is a, by default it is showing in the data entry. So I'll select tally.net user. Okay, and now I will again refresh. You can see I will be able to see these many reports. So I can see here balance sheet. If I want to see the balance sheet in the browser, I can go and I can see the balance sheet, what figures are there in the balance sheet. So simultaneously, you can also recheck that in this balance sheet also, see 2,02,961 current assets, 209,621 current assets. Current liabilities, and everything will get reported here. So again, if you want, you can also give a date range. You can also download these particular reports. If you want, you can download this.
You can download the ledger in PDF and then share it with the customer from your WhatsApp.
Say if I want to download a sales register or an outstanding report, if there is any outstanding, can change, and I will go to the day book. This is my day book. One entry was there. I will change it to the period.
It does not have date range here, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you can get the ledger reports as well as whatever the reports are. You can download it in the ledger also here. Download any ledger also report, outstanding report in the PDF format, and that you can directly share it on your WhatsApp to the clients.
So say this report is there. If I'm downloading this report, it will get saved in the group outstanding PDF format, and you can see here It has already been downloaded. Group outstanding report. See, this is the reporting format. Group outstanding. You can share this with the clients, and also the invoice formats. Invoice, even you can download the invoice and you can send it to the clients.
Like, let's move forward here.
Yeah.
Come back to presentation.
Yes. So we have already seen the three must-use features, and now I will like to share that.
Before we start further things, I would like to share with you one important functionality which Tally has just come up in the last month. Is that in fact, it is in this month that you can download one Tally license for about 30 days. It is completely free of cost, and you can use it effectively during your work from home efforts. So this you can ask any of our team member at Intech. I shall the contact details at little later. That these the software can be downloaded from telesolutions.com, and we can install it for about 30 days and use it in your COVID-19 lockdown period. Yeah, anyway, please move forward.
Yes. Yeah. So this ABAP and time saver which I showed you right now, it is basically in normal times we have kept a pricing of MBP is of 18,000 plus GST, and time saver is of 12,000 plus GST. So this was during the normal times, but since we can see that due to some uncertain circumstances due to this pandemic situations of COVID-19, this 30,000 package we are giving at a due to this situation, the 18,000 costing we have slashed the price to 12,000, and of the time saver we have slashed the price from 12,000 to 6,000. So this is the total price of 18,000. We are giving this package to our clients, to our customers, esteemed customers. But there is one more offer. Since you have come up with the you are since the there was so much proper I mean, due to because of you because you have come up into the webinar, and we would like to give you another offer for further. You can give us advance of 1,000 rupees, and the special price will be 10,000 plus GST of AMBAP, plus 15,000 plus 5,000 of time saver, and also you will get the MIS module TCP worth rupees 3,000 totally free. So this is the limited period offer. Anyone who is interested to buy this, you need to pay advance of rupees 1,000. The payment link is mentioned here right below: bit.ly/COVID-19 offer. So you can go to this particular website. You can go to click that particular link, and you can pay rupees 1,000, and accordingly you will get the remaining 14,000. You will have to pay it as soon as possible,
Plus GST.
maybe today or maybe in a few days. So this advance we are basically taking just to confirm that you are interested, and you will definitely we can set this aside for you for this particular offer, because if you are not booking today, you will be charged rupees 18,000 as mentioned above. That is the normal price of 12,000 plus 6,000. So this was the offer specially given to the attendees who have attended the webinar today. So do you have any other questions regarding this pricing and all? You can contact us, and On this, these are the contact details. You can contact Puneet sir, you can contact me, and you can, if you want any clarity on this module or any another feature of this particular module which we showed you, the AMBAP or time saver, so you can get the clarity with us.
So thank you, friends, for having the patience of attending our webinar. Hope you have added value to your time, that you might have learned that how you can reduce your efforts and increase the output that is generated by Tally. We are working on Tally. So it is the care that in the solution that we provide is of value. So questions, I will just put it to the questions. If anyone has the questions, do chat now, or you can come back to us in case you require any help in future. We would love to address those questions. So thank you once again for your patient hearing, and do contact us back. The offer that Hiranbhai has just said is available till tonight, that is till 12 o'clock in the night. You can decide and come back to us, or if there are any query, do let us know.
Sir, there are a few questions I would like to answer.
Please, I'm not able to question them right now because I was out and so you could just
Okay.
question verbally, please.
Yeah. I think Abdul sir had asked if the TDS is deducted by debtors, then where it will get reflected. So if TDS is being deducted by debtor, you can see it in the group voucher report, the columnar report also. You can see from there. Then Shailesh sir had asked from our sales invoice on forwarding charges or labor charges, if party has deducted TDS, then will it get into the report? From the sales invoice. Okay, so in that particular sales invoice, if you have charged forwarding charges, and on
That is
that
the
forwarding
question.
charges,
TDS then will be coming as a separate listing.
it will,
So
yeah, it will get reflected in you will be passing in the journal voucher. So journal and purchase invoice or sales invoice is a different voucher type, so it will get reflected differently. Then another question from Praful Mali was, how can we identify whether credit note or debit notes related to sales or purchases? This is the major issue to be faced regularly. So basically what we can do is say, if there is a credit note for sales, normally for sales we pass credit notes, but say if you want to pass a debit note, you can contact us. We'll give you a solution how to configure that into Tally. We can
basically,
create a
that is the problem which a lot of people in GST have been facing.
facing it,
And
right?
the simple configuration which is related to that is that in the ledgers against which the debit note is being raised is from sales, then it gets reflected under sales this thing. And if it is related to purchases, then it would reflect under the purchases part. So that we have already implemented for a lot of other customers. So you can contact myself or Mr. Niral again on that in case of a particular query. With a specific data, we can help you out. That problem was there in the initial phase of Tally working.
Yeah. Then Urvashi Bhanushali had asked how to identify ineligible ITC from this data. See, definitely if you have configured it properly in the ledger masters or in the particular entries, it will properly show in our GST reports that whether the ITC is ineligible or not. And accordingly, from our report, you can pass the reverse entries of ineligible ITC, the reversal of ITC data. So you can, so our report will be very useful for you in that case.
So what we are providing essentially is the entire chart of the GST compliance which he has made in his data. There have been instances where the user have not entered the data in proper format, and the consultant are not aware as to how the transaction has been posted in his books of accounts. So by looking at this chart, he can identify which entries mistake has happened, and then corrections can be then made. Earlier, the correction, there was no possibility, and you could do it in Excel or some other working that was possible. But now with the information which is available, because entire chart is available in pivot form, then you can identify or pinpoint in which transaction the mistake has happened in terms of maybe wrong rate, wrong place of supply, wrong any mistake we might have done in the data entry. While doing the data entry, you can identify, pinpoint the transaction with the help of this tabular report, and then recorrect those transactions. Otherwise, to tell you very frankly, it was difficult for a lot of our consultant friends. Next
Yeah.
question.
Yes, sir. Another question was that can we from Mansi Garage? She had asked that can we extract like a report? Example, in printing and stationery, we have items of 5% and 18% also. So we need to open different ledgers, and many ledgers are created. Is there any option for that? And many clients do not even create separate ledgers. So basically, ma'am, if you it is fine if you don't create 5% ledgers and 18% ledgers separately. You can just create one ledger's input, the 5% for input, no, I mean input CGST and output CGST. You can just bifurcate into that, and from our GST reporting, the purchase GSTR2 which I showed you, I can show you again right now. Say, so you can have the bifurcation right away properly. See, in this GST report, GSTR2, if I'm selecting, uh, so basically you can see the report in the rate wise, the GST percentage wise, you can export it, and you can export and you can use the data. So you can see on the screen, the percentage are mentioned over here. The GST rate 9% and SGST rate 9%. So we are not basically taking. We have mentioned, we have just created CGST and SGST ledger. We have not created percentage wise ledgers. If the configuration is proper, it will get reflected in our report properly. So no need to maintain two different ledgers. So I'll come to the next question. Can the entries be passed in the browser? Sridhar Sutar has asked. He has actually left, but yeah, I will answer it that browser is just for view purpose. You cannot pass any entries in that particular in that particular web browser. You cannot alter anything. It is just in the view only mode. Uh, Chaya Desai had asked, what will be the time lag in the Tally Access Anywhere? Will it reflect the entries just posted? Yes, there won't be any time lag. It is real time, and it will instantly it will get reflected. There will be no time lag between them. It is a real time access. Okay, Mansi Garach has asked, also can we automatically do GSTR2A RICO? Yeah, for that GSTR2A RICO, we also have another utility. We have developed ourselves, the Excel utility. or else you can also do it from Tally. No, Anil sir has asked whether the TDS under section 194J limit is 30,000, but the entry has been passed of 25,000. But it will not show this report will not show us a short deduction of 2,500, but it will show whatever the amount has been deducted. So you can basically you can
So
check it with the Excel
analytics
formula. Yeah.
themselves, if you want to use Tally's TDS is fantastic. There we definitely have this short deduction functionality available. And in case the PAN number is not there, you can get the deductions at 20% and all those things. So the default Tally functionality for TDS is already available. It is very helpful also. A lot of customers are using that as well. But in these reports, what we are essentially doing is that bringing out the accounting, what has been done to the in a summarized form. So when we view the whatever the deductions have been made and whatever expense have been done at one summarized way, we are able to take the decision whether there is short or proper deduction has been made or not. So as I said, if there is short or not, that if that decision has to be made, I would recommend use Tally's TDS functionality. But in case you wish to just see summary, then yes, ABAP is of help to you. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have answered all the questions till now. If you have any other questions, please put here, or else, uh, yeah, you can also during the end of the session, you will have to answer the poll mentioned over there.
So thank you friends for attending and providing your valuable time. I hope you added a lot of value to your time as well. And we have been honored by such huge presence of the attendees. It's been really grateful for us and wish you to see all of you in future. Stay safe, stay happy. Hereby, would like to add something?
Yeah, so I would also like to add that please stay safe and don't go out of of your homes, and just maintain this hygiene, wash your hands, and let's hope that this lockdown period gets over quickly. And by the time whenever you are working from home, do let us know if you require any help from us, from our team, regarding Tally or any customization. So use your time productively, and you can access our you can also arrange we can also arrange for the demo of any customization you would like to implement further in future. So use your time productively, and yeah, that's it, sir. Thank you so much for attending, everyone.
Thank you.